All right.
All right, so basically, you have something for the setting. Jake, did you want to set that up first, or do you
Yes.
want to go into plot?
Dragon Quest V is set many years after the Zenithian hero defeated Sorrow on its previous installment, Dragon Quest IV. The game starts in Little Haven, with the hero leaving to go to Wheelbrook. Jesus Christ, Jacob. Like all other Dragon Quest games, this one takes place in a medieval world, with no real modern technology, such as cars or electricity. The layout of the world is similar to the layout in 4, but with a new set of locations and considerable geographical alteration. The stairway to Zenithia and Castle Zenithia are the only surviving locations from the previous game, and they have fallen into ruin and are no longer connected. Yep.
Yeah, so basically the game starts out with your character being born, like in Assassin's Creed 2.
Fallout 3.
In Fallout 3. Does that happen in any other games?
I'm sure.
Quite a few, but it's
those would be the only two that I can think of.
That's what comes to mind.
Anyway, so that's when you name your character. After that, the hero gets on board a ship with his father, Pancraz. And after the ship leaves, they go to Little Haven, and they go they leave Little Haven and go to Wheelbrook, where Pancraz's friend Sancho lives.
Yeah. How do you feel about starting off on a ship, just right there at the beginning? You just start off on a ship.
It's fine.
It was fine.
I thought it was unique. I thought it was cool.
I think the most unique thing is that you start out as a child.
Oh, yeah.
I think that was really cool. Like the first part that you actually play as a kid, and it's just.
I'm mixed bag on that.
It's like the first part of the game too.
Yeah, you play throughout the character's life.
Yeah. There's 3 tiers basically.
Yeah.
Pertaining to it.
Okay, so when they get to Wheelbrook, he meets his friend Bianca, and then they go and kind of explore the town a little bit.
She's a troublemaker.
Yeah, she's a troublemaker.
She's the one pushing him along doing shit.
Yeah. So like, there's a saber cat that's being beaten up by these 2 kids, and she wants to defend it.
Yeah, so where are we in the story here? Like, well, not necessarily in the story, but in real life, where would this be? Detroit or something? Nobody is doing anything about the animal being abused, just in plain fucking daylight.
Yeah, not only that, but it is a literal fucking saber-toothed tiger.
It's just getting its ass kicked by children.
By children.
It's a child
It
itself.
must be level 1.
Yeah.
And it was.
The children are too, though, probably.
Yeah, I think they probably would be.
It's not over 9,000.
But there's 2 of them.
Oh, tag team.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's the difference.
So
One in the front, one in the back.
Yep. Eiffel Tower. So they're beating up the cat, and Bianca wants to save the cat. So they tell her that they'll give her the cat if she can go to the castle.
Haunted castle.
Yeah, the haunted castle. And then they go there and they fight up a bunch of zombies and ghosts and skeletons and things.
Dude, the coffins were awesome.
I really like that. The setting was cool.
Yeah, like the one room where you walked through, and like the coffin started opening, and then the skeletons started falling. You was like, oh my god,
that was awesome. And it reminded me, I believe it was mentioned in 4 that Alina had that side story in the manga that she literally visited a haunted mansion. And so I'm like, oh, okay, this is kind of like a lot of the same thing. Because I remember thinking that would be cool when we was doing the Dragon Quest IV review. Mm-hmm. That'd be cool to see that story branch out with Bianca. Not Bianca, but Alina.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it kind of starts this way with the haunted mansion thing in 5.
Yeah, and then they almost get eaten by the zombies and stuff. Like they get put on like the food platter.
Yeah, and they salt them and season them.
Which was really weird.
I thought it was
the
funny.
magical pot. Yeah.
Yeah, then they escape, and then they defeat the zombie chambermaid, I think is who was the ringleader.
I don't remember.
It was like I think it's the chambermaid who served like the lady and lord of the castle.
That sounds right.
And then once they beat her, they like free the souls of the lord and lady, and they give them the gold orb.
Yeah.
Which seems important.
Really?
Yeah, it kind of seemed important.
Yeah, as you find out soon after that.
Pretty soon, yeah. Afterwards, Pancraz and the hero return to. They go back to Willbrook along with the pet tiger that they named Saber.
Or you can name it other things if you want.
Yeah, or you can name him other stuff, but I just kept it Saber.
Yeah,
Me
but
too.
it's a nickname. Like, if you're going to have a name system, it wouldn't actually let you name it. It was weird. It just, give it a nickname. And it would randomly generate. I'm like, what the fuck? It was bizarre. Yeah.
Huh. I didn't know that. That's weird.
Yeah. I'm like, okay, I'm just going to name it something absurd and immature, which I do later, guys.
What did
I
you
named
name it?
No, I couldn't.
Oh, you couldn't.
I
What
named
was the name?
children. I don't remember the name that they gave Saber. Like, just randomly generated.
That is strange, though, that it's
Yeah.
random, because
They gave
you can name your kids later.
Yeah.
mine was Saber, like when it
Right,
was
right.
named.
I was hoping I could change the name.
I think you can with the monster dude.
Oh, maybe later then.
I didn't
My
try
bad.
it.
I think you
didn't
can
think
set a
about that.
nickname
Okay.
for monsters with him. I don't remember though.
Right.
So don't
okay,
quote me
so
on that.
we're both backing
I didn't.
off of
I didn't.
each other.
I never
We're good.
explored that guy
did I.
whatsoever.
Somebody will tell us, though, I'm sure.
Yeah, somebody will be like,
Correct us,
"You
guys.
fucking
Correct
can't,"
us.
or
As
"You
they
fucking
should. They
can."
should correct us.
Yeah. So you go with your father again and go to the next town.
Which is kind of I have a small gripe.
Okay.
Because I like it a little bit that you're traveling with your father, but after every battle he's healing you, and this just seems drawn out a little bit too much because it's a long tutorial. It really is.
It doesn't seem like it's that long, though, when you're traveling. Like, you might encounter 2 or 3 enemies on the way.
Right.
It doesn't seem necessary. I agree with you on that.
So it's a small gripe. It's still building the world quite nicely, especially with you and your father. But you're kind of not even really playing the game yet.
Yeah, I don't really see the point.
Yeah. It's a bit bizarre to start off with 5.
Yeah. So they come back to Wheelbrook after leaving Bianca and Roundbeck, and they see a dude that looks a lot like your childhood person.
You mean the weird design purple robe?
Yeah, the weird purple robe that was an extreme giveaway that as soon as I saw that guy, I was like, that's you in the future.
Oh, you
Yes.
mean the guy that's on the cover of the game?
Yeah, that guy.
That's strange.
Yeah, I was like, oh.
Apologies for if I do this wrong, but isn't that like a tunic that he's wearing? They do it in like
The Middle East.
Middle
mean
East.
turban?
Yeah, a
turban. Sorry, turban.
Yes.
My bad.
Yeah, turban.
Yeah, he's totally wearing a purple turban. That's not
Yeah.
A
obvious as
tunic
shit.
sounds like a fusion of a turban and a tunic.
Yeah,
Or a turnip.
my bad. I am an uncultured swine.
I want to know what a tunic would look like now. Maybe it would just be like a hood. Like it would be like a hoodie. It's like a tunic is kind of like a shirt.
It is.
So it'd be like a hat and a shirt combined. So it would have to be like a hoodie.
That kind of sounds interesting.
You could just call a hoodie a tunic now.
It's a new fashion trend.
Turnik is a village in Posuja, Slavonian County in Croatia. Boom! Culture!
No.
Just Google.
Nobody knew that.
Google is the cultured one.
I don't think people in Croatia know that.
So we get a good old switcheroo happening here.
Yeah, so then you talk to the guy who is basically you in the future.
Oh, will that create a time paradox?
It
or-
does. It does.
It should.
It bugs me. It does bug me. Because it's like, oh, you know what? Maybe it'll do it responsibly. Maybe this time travel won't be complete fuckery, but It is, but it's also it's better than most.
It makes sense to me.
Time plots.
Yeah.
Yeah, and anyway, he asks he asks his younger self to show him the orb. And
show me your orb, kid.
It's too obvious.
Show me your orbs.
Show me your moves.
Anyway, he gives him the golden orb, and then he returns it to him. And he tells him to take care of his father, Pancraz. And then he...
Okay. Knowing that, okay, I'll discuss it when we get to what happens to Pancraz, but you kind of don't like do that kind of shit. Like
you don't protect him.
No, it's not that you don't protect him. Okay, we'll skip forward a little bit ahead. Be like, you know damn straight your father's going to get fucking killed. So
I did not know that.
No, I mean...
I didn't even
when he goes back.
The hero,
really.
the adult hero knows what happens.
Yeah.
And so you deliberately do a butterfly effect thing and be like, hey, make sure your father doesn't die because it's totally not going to give you a complex later on in life.
Well, maybe
Make sure he's protected, knowing damn well he's going to fail at doing so.
Maybe if
is
that
not going to
happens-
fuck the kid?
That's not really what he says though. Like, hey, he's got a lot on his plate. Like, try to take care of him. You know, like.
Yeah.
It's not really like being like, hey, you got to save your dad because he's literally gonna get fucked later.
But wouldn't the hero cease to exist if the dad was saved?
Boom!
He wouldn't cease to exist necessarily,
different,
but
though.
he would be different. Yes,
That would have been an interesting way to go about it. It's fine though for what it
his
is.
future
That would
life
just
would
create
be
the
complete.
huge time paradox game that would...
Has
Yeah,
that ever been
you'd-
explored
you'd-
though?
You would have to go back
In any game?
You would go back
in which
into the
way?
future.
Because it'd be Chrono
Like just-
Trigger
Oh yeah, that's true.
with Meryl. So...
Yeah,
Chrono
It's exactly
Trigger-
what happens with Meryl in 600 AD.
that's true.
Well, technically,
That's kind of funny that I
Meryl's-
didn't think of
yeah.
Chrono Trigger.
yeah, the ultimate time plot game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway. So yeah, after he leaves that town again, he finds the spirit of Honey, who asks him to return with her to her country, a snow-covered land of Fairy Lay. The two then go and defeat the Winter Queen, so that Spring can return to the land.
Yeah. Interesting thing though. See, when you have this dream sequence, yeah, I would view it as kind of like a dream sequence. She just
That's
like
what I thought,
magically
too.
shows up, and
Yeah.
then the stairway happens. Have you guys seen The Big Lebowski when he's having that
Oh.
random sequence of him with the bowling pins?
Oh,
And
yeah.
I totally got that vibe. I'm like, this is kind of like that. And so, yeah. And then you just randomly go to the kingdom and, hey, come take care of this shit for me. We know you're like a fucking 6-year-old, but come help save us from the Ice Queen.
Yeah, after he helps save them, then the queen of the fairies, basically tells them that they'll help him in the future when he's older. So it's like, hey, we'll just owe you one.
Yeah, what the fuck?
And then he returns to his dad afterwards, and then they travel to the east to the kingdom of Coburg, where his dad has been hired to protect Prince Harry. And then Harry is kidnapped right afterwards, making Pancraz look like a complete idiot.
No, he's still being courted by the thing. I don't think he's officially taken up duties yet. I mean, come on.
No, he totally was by the
Ah.
time that Prince Harry was kidnapped. He totally was.
Okay,
his
first of all,
bodyguard.
Prince Harry's a fucking asshole.
Yeah, he is.
He's totally
he's a little fuck.
the Game of Thrones cunt. The
Joffrey.
Joffrey. It's totally.
Yeah,
I saw a
he's-
little bit of
he's-
Joffrey in him.
Yeah, but he's nowhere near that. He's not like a psychopath.
He
He's
would
just-
turn into a
he's-
psychopath if he wasn't kidnapped.
probably, but he is a little shit, for sure.
Oh yeah, be my slave, bitch.
After he gets kidnapped, the hero and Pancraz have to go rescue him. They find out that he's in a nearby hideout where they're attacked by a couple of powerful monsters. Pancraz defeats them pretty easily, but then some other guy appears and threatens you and Prince Harry. forcing Pancrase to give in, and in the process, Pancrase gets completely destroyed. He gets
fucked.
fucking murdered.
He does.
Which, you know what? I will praise this game for that, because
Yes.
I did not see that coming at all.
Neither did I.
Because I honestly thought you were just going to grow up with adventures like by your dad's side.
Right.
And I did not suspect even a little that there was going to be a huge death in the beginning of the game.
Right.
And then it would be your fucking dad in front of you. Like, that is pretty fucked.
Yeah.
At least they didn't kill Saber, though.
Yeah, they didn't kill Saber. They let him run off for some reason.
Yeah, that was weird.
They're like, yeah, we'll just release him into the wild. He'll become feral again in no time.
I think I would have been more upset about that death than the father.
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
You're one of those guys that takes like the pet's death more seriously than a person's.
Not necessarily.
Yes. Just say it. Yes.
No. I won't admit it.
After that, the monsters sell the hero and Harry into slavery.
Oh, hi there. I hope you enjoyed this clip from Puff Puff Hour, a Dragon Quest podcast. If you happen to like what you see, you should subscribe. We have full podcast episodes detailing the main series of Dragon Quest 1 through 11. Oh yeah. And if you like the content, you should check out our other shows from All Out Geekdom Entertainment. We have Nude Clan and Ultima Final Fantasy, the ultimate Final Fantasy podcast. Or, Dragon Quest.